like that's definitely something that I know everyone is working on. And, I think just kind of understanding, first of all, individually one-on-one, the manager needs to understand what are the goals for each nurse at each stage of their career. One of the things we've implemented with our younger nurses and new to practice nurses, whether they're Gen Z or not, but most of them are, is really in the very beginning, within the first month or two, or certainly within the first 90 days, sitting down with those nurses and understanding at this point, what do they think their career path is, or even what do they just want to be in a year or two, where do they think they want to be, and really kind of helping them with a roadmap. We actually have an official, roadmap that we highly encourage the managers to sit down and go through with each team member so that they understand, and they're opening up the conversation that if a nurse does want to do something different in a year or two, they aren't afraid to go ask that manager how they can do it and how they can help, and which also gives the manager a heads up that they might have an upcoming vacancy, right? So just those kind of simple tools, I think we found some success with. And also understanding that I think this is a little bit of a generality, but I think our Gen Z nurses, they definitely like to know that they have support. They care deeply about their emotional connection to the people that they work with and their work. And they also like recognition. So how can we even build milestones into orientation that helps provide some recognition to them and their preceptor that they've passed this certain milestone, and kind of make it visible for others to see that they're progressing. So that's kind of how we're approaching the Gen Z nurses. And I think with our more tenured nurses who are nearing retirement, how can we use their intellectual capital and expertise to help train the next generation of nurses? And even if that's in a way that's a little bit less traditional, as a preceptor or as ongoing support, moving them into, if they're interested, into roles like the virtual nurse or other kind of telehealth roles, has definitely helped us focus on nurses who may be later in their career.